everybody. So welcome to part B, commentary. So here we have Edward Blum. He made a statement, quote, "We believe that a student's race should not be used to help or harm that student's chances of being admitted to a competitive college." So that's what you believe? Newsflash. Race is used all the time in this country. See, here's the thing that blows my mind about people when you want to holler about affirmative action, okay? First of all, this is how the country is set up, whether you want to face it or not. Life in this country and abroad, but especially here, specifically in America, it is not set up where we're all on an equal playing field, because we are not. And if you think that you are delusional, please go watch something else, because really, that's just crazy. It's not all on equal footing. It's just not. So race always plays a part. Always. Money always plays a part. Always. Not sometimes, all the time. Let it be under the floorboards, Billy. They've got one spot for a university college student to be accepted. Let it be under the floorboards, Billy, or somebody from a VC son. Somebody whose name is on a building. You can't be that slow to know who's going to get that spot. That's life. But in this country, everything is about race. I've noticed you can look at some jobs, some positions, and it's like, wow, this is a dream job and position. You're going to see a whole lot of white people. I've noticed you can have companies, and they slowly have more minorities in. Not what I've heard. I've seen this. Pay goes down, little pay cuts, all the little incentives, little extras, those go down. Why? Because it's race-based. I deal with reality. I don't live in a chimerical world. We don't live in a utopian society. I deal with reality. So if everything was on equal footing, and if there weren't any past injustices, it wouldn't be an issue. But it's not on equal footing. There are past injustices. This country has given reparations out to other groups, but to African Americans. And I don't want to hear about welfare, because honey, a lot of us have not been on it. And if that's the case, and I've heard white people say that, oh, they get it through welfare and food stamps. Well, listen, the majority of people on welfare and food stamps are white people. Why? They are the majority in the country. So if you want to put it that way, take them all off. And guess what? Little Timmy and little Jimmy and little Becky, somebody gonna starve tonight. What about corporate welfare? These corporations, a lot of them couldn't last without the corporate welfare. You do understand that. So the way the system is designed, it will protect some people more than others. And that's my opinion, and I'll stick with it. So race plays a part. That's how the society is set up, whether you want to face it or not. It always plays a part. Be it come to a job, come to admissions. You'll look up. I've seen a documentary where you had a young black man. He was the valedictorian, had the highest GPA in college. And I forget, I forget what he majored in. But you want to know what was interesting? Very intelligent, didn't no negative record, anything like that. He had the highest GPA. Okay, he was in college. Guess what? Nobody would hire him, but all his white friends that had lower GPAs and attended the same college and graduated at the same time, they all received jobs. Gee, I wonder. You don't have a background issue. Decent looking, intelligent. What's the contributing factor? Who owns those companies? The one that's paying, whether you like it or not, is the one that's saying. The one that is paying is the one that is saying. And that's facts. What's the difference? You're the A student, but the B and C student got the job. Same thing, no experience. What's the difference? There's only one contributing factor that I could see. They're white and he's black. And that's why it's like that. Oh, well, he what? Very intelligent. You think? You can't even get in the door, but they did. So same thing with the schools. That's reality. Is life fair? No, it's not. Does race play a part? The heck it does. So this here, and I do believe Dark and Lovely, I think she's right. A lot of people get more concerned about looking at the drama of Kanye, and this here's what's going on. This here is what's going on. You can see what they're concerned about. If they go by test scores alone, they'll have more Asians that are being accepted. So they're not worried about the drama. Okay? We all like a little drama. Heck, I engage in a little drama too. Like, oh wow, look what's happening. But you have to also be about business. As I'm doing this video, and I'm not feeling too well today, to be totally honest. I'm kind of feeling a little under, but I'm also trading. Gee, I was on a roll. Looks like a sister's kind of down. Yeah, I got more than two screens up. But this here, look at where they're placing their energy. I keep telling our people on these videos, other groups have a whole lot of meetings on different things, and I listen to different people of different nationalities. They're not coming up with something ridiculous. No voting, no VUCKING. How tacky. How tacky. Even the best and brightest that we have are marginalized. So no, we don't need to have it where less people, especially Black people, are able to get into Ivy League school, because we already know the level that they are, to be totally honest, they're not going to get the support that they need from the Black community. Okay. They could have a crew to come and cold a day and somebody be like, I ain't trying to hear about all of that. So we need those individuals that can get into these spaces and they can excel. We need them there. Because in our experience, race has been used to harm a lot of us, to keep us out of positions. And I don't need some person who's non-Black to come tell me, unless you walk in those shoes, have a little seat, boo. Have a seat. Have a seat. Well, if they did this, again, the valedictorian, this guy has the highest grades, intelligent, nice looking kid, decent, no background issues. How you get the A grade through college and they got B and C and just underneath you, but they all were able to land 6-figure jobs. They were all Caucasian. He was Black. What could be the difference? Very intelligent. So that exists. And a lot of people in the minority of the society, they don't want to address it. They don't want to face it. It does exist. It does happen. But what I want the BC to see, things like this are going on, and we're more concerned about Kanye or some silly video, no voting, no VUCKING. It sounds so stupid. That's why we need the best to excel, because I'm telling you, our minds are concentrated on the wrong things. You think 2022 is bad? 2023. It's bad now for a lot of people. It's going to get worse in 2023. Why do you think different people strategize? Try to stack as much cash as you can, trading in and out. I've never day traded this much in my life. I didn't like to day trade. Everybody should have a plan. Some people walking around here depressed because their portfolio is down. Heck, I'm still down. I'm still down well over $100,000 in my little pockets. But what do? Listen to other people. What do they do? What's the VC? What are they doing? That's a good idea. A combination 50-50 stock and cash. Try to stack as much cash as you can. They've been singing that song forever. Prophet taking his own. Mike Jones, stack as much cash as you can. Why? There's something coming. And a lot of people who are not aware, they don't know how to plan. So this here, they're having that argument today, Supreme Court. See what happens. But most of our people may not be aware. We're more concerned about Kanye and beautiful Megan and the Stallion and the latest rap song and what Drake say and Beyonce, which I do love Beyonce. But there's more to life. There's more to life than that. There's a lot more going on that we need to be cognizant of. So this will be interesting to find out what happens. Again, shout out to Dark and Lovely. A lot is going on. Major decisions are being made. And then you look up, oh, so-and-so would have had a chance to go to Harvard. Oh, what happened? Oh, that was struck down. Oh. So if we were on an even playing field, you wouldn't need affirmative action. But that's not the way the system is set up. It's just not. And I don't want to hear, well, my cousin, everybody has a doctor in the family. That's one person. So this here is just like that. For Black people, your replacement is here. For people at the bottom, Black or white or Hispanic, if you are a low-wage worker, your replacement is here, and that is going to be the newly illegal immigrant. That's my opinion, because why? They need to get a start. And those people don't have what I think is the American attitude. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to. No, they're going to come here, work harder. And the businesses are going to work smarter, get the work done with less. So we need to really be well-rounded and be cognizant of the things that are occurring around us so you can be well-informed. So this will be interesting. Not the first time, I believe last time it was struck down. This will be interesting, but it's so funny to me. People say we believe a student's race should not be used to help or harm. It's used to help or harm every day of the week. That's life reality. And if it's working for you, of course, you're not going to be opposed to it, the system. But it is needed. Because there's no such thing as a colorblind society. There's no such thing. Look at the construct of the country. They've had Black people on juries. I mean, unbelievable. One, they actually had I could on the video. How the hell is he on the video? And one white person said it was him that robbed that store. He's on video. Guilty. Why do you think that was? Mainly white jury, a Black man, a white woman said, but it was him. But he was on. No, I'm sorry, he wasn't on video. He had maybe like, oh my God, people at his job that said, hey, he clocked in at this time. We saw him. So you may have 5 or 6 white guys saying, oh yeah, he was there. I saw him in the break room, coffee. I worked beside him the whole day. One white person says no, but he robbed the bank, even though he was a college-educated Black man. And it wasn't him. Had to try it again. Why is that? Is it because we live in a colorblind society? That right there is reasonable doubt. You got one white woman, and then you got maybe 5 or 7 professional educated white men saying, no, he was at work with us. We saw him there. How you come up with a guilty verdict? Only one way. Because it's a Black man. So that's the society that we live in where things like that happen. Things like that do occur. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But race is always a contributing factor. It's a contributing factor with the majority in society. It is a contributing factor even in the BC. It is a contributing factor. I can say something. A person that looks the exact opposite of me, it could be Becky, can say something, and let's face reality. Many gonna go, well, how does she know? Now I can say it. Oh, how she? Oh, they always when they mad. You know, them black women's. Becky can say something, it won't even be challenged. Why? Because some of our people have adapted to this. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Simply said here on YouTube, and I'm out.